So we are in the Little Orange Creek Preserve,
Cool.
Hawthorne Road near Hawthorne.
And you just told me that this is called...
Yeah, so the plant is prickly pear cactus. And this white stuff is this kind of material that's put out by a cochineal beetle that when you squish them, that's really crimson red. I mean, it'll stain your finger all day. And people that came to the New World from Europe for millennia, people have always been trying to find dyes that worked really well. Like the emperor's robes of Rome and all that had those red colors. It was always kind of considered like a royal color, but they always faded, you know, so there was always a search for a color that would stay really well. And when they came to the New World and saw the Aztecs, especially with really red garments, they had to figure out what it was. And
it was
this plant, and they learned where to get it.
Where does it grow on?
Like, it grows on the...
Only on the prickly pear?
See the red there?
Oh.
That's...
Wait, so you did that by just putting your thumb on?
Yeah, because there's a little beetle in there.
Inside the white stuff.
Yeah,
Okay, well, don't disturb him.
I'm not. I just wanted to show you. But that dye stays in the fabric way longer than the stuff they ever had in Asia. So it was a big market. They guarded the secret of where it grew and where this dye came from. I mean, people became aware there's something red in the New World. They couldn't figure out, and the Spanish guarded it. And so people that grew this, it was top secret. They would kill the workers when they left the plantation because they did not want this secret to get out of how to make cochineal.
Hold on. And so how did they grew what? What
they
does it only?
Cactus.
So it only grows on prickly pear?
Yeah, yeah.
Only prickly pear.
Only on prickly pear cactus. So they'd have big, groves of prickly pear, big plants, full of these things with little cages on them, little kind of special things made for them. And but it was a big deal finding this. And but when they did the big shipments of silver and all that coming out of the New World that made, changed the world, this plant was probably right next to silver in value. So they'd dried the beetles and they'd put in these like bricks. But some of those Spanish galleons with all the silver and gold, some of them that were packed with cochineal, which is almost as valuable.
So is the cochineal the white stuff, or is it the name of the beetle?
That's the name of the beetle.
So they would take the beetle on the ship?
The dye is called cochineal.
Okay, so they took the beetle on the ship with the cactus?
They dried them out. They dried them out and packed them into bricks.
They dried what out? The beetle?
The beetle itself. So they'd get into this white stuff.
And take the beetle out.
Yeah. So there's the little beetle inside here is probably the size of like a sesame seed, a tiny little thing.
So they'd pick the beetle out of the white stuff, and then they would dry the beetle out.
Yep.
And then, but then, what good did that do?
Because that inside the beetle is this dye stuff. So then that was basically dye.
So did you just kill a beetle by?
I'm sorry. I didn't think I was going to. Sorry. I mean, it's got.
So the white stuff is not like there's not red stuff under the white stuff.
No,
the red stuff is the beetle.
Yeah.
Okay. So the white stuff is just a marker.
That's it.
That's the dead
that he
beetle.
puts around him. That's his protective.
And
covering.
Lars just smushed the beetle.
I'm sorry.
With his finger, just so that all of this audience could see this red stuff, and then.
And I'm sorry.
Okay, well that's a good story.
Yeah.
Only one beetle was harmed in the making of this video.
But it's also edible. So they will put this as dye in some plants and drinks like red grapefruit juice, pink grapefruit.
Oh, that's right.
If you look at the label, but people don't want to know there's bugs in their food, so they call it Carmine. So if you look at a label, sometimes they'll call it cochineal if they're being brave, but even that doesn't say beetle, it just says cochineal. But sometimes they call it Carmine, just so people don't know they're eating bugs.
So the way you can find out where this beetle is you look for cactus like that, and then if the cactus like that has the white stuff, then there's probably a beetle under it.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's it.
All right, and even after the beetle was dried, then it still produced the red stuff?
Because it's in his body, so it's not until he's like crushed up.
Oh, wow. That is very sad.
But,
sad story here at the preserve today.
There's like hundreds of them on these plants right here.
There's hundreds, but there's only a few white spots.
Right, but there's a number of them in each little white.
Oh, in each white thing there's more than one.
Yeah.
Oh, well that kind of makes it a little bit better that you just killed one.
Yeah, there's probably dozens under each of those little tufts.